Good day everyone, I am Risa Benmia and I would like to wish you all a pleasant day. We will be representing our research study entitled Exploring the Perceptions and Experiences of Students in MNHS Kamaya Campus on the Effects of Social Media on Mental Health. Together with my groupmates, Ms. L'Oreal Halos, Ms. Jaisel Jimeno, Mr. Mark Saliao, Ms. Marian Ruiz, Ms. Ana Martinez, Ms. Edrylin Cordial, Mr. J.R. De La Cruz, Ms. Carla Cabiling, Mr. Carl Obispo, and Ms. Ana David. There has been a growing concern over the past couple of decades regarding the link between social media use and mental health issues. Although research findings identify the connection between increased social media use in the young adult population and increased mental health problems in the same population, it is unclear how social media use may be associated with these changes. The purpose of this research is to explore how social media use relate to the mental health of students in MNHS Kamaya Campus. To accomplish this goal, the researchers reviews and synthesizes the existing literature pertains to characteristics of social media, general students' mental health, and the current social and individual level theories that may help explain the relationship between social media use by students and their mental health. Mental health includes our emotions, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps us to determine how to handle stress, relate to the other, and make choices. Social media has turned into an essential element of individuals' lives, including students in today's world of communication. Students are more connected than ever before through social media, especially during these difficult times, when they are physically distanced with their family, friends, and peers. While social media provides many benefits, such as giving the students a chance to express themselves creatively, learning opportunities, and chance to connect with others, social media can also have a negative impact on students, both physically and mentally. For the statement of the problem, here is Ms. L'Oreal Halos.
Good day everyone. My name is L'Oreal Halas, reporting with Chapter 1, Statement of the Problem. The study attempts to determine the factors on how social media affects the behavior and mental health of students in MNHS Kamaya Campus. We also aim to remind the students so that they are aware of using social media that affect their mental health. The study with this topic, exploring the perception and experiences of students in MNHS Kamaya Campus and the effects of social media on mental health, aims to answer the following question. Number 1. What is the effect of social media addiction among students in MNHS Kamaya Campus? Scope and limitation of the study. The goal of this qualitative study is to examine the perception and experience of students in MNHS Kamaya Campus on the effects of social media on mental health. This research will aim to understand how social media use affects mental health and what factors contribute to students feeling negative impacts from social media. Additionally, this research will explore how students cope with or manage any negative effects of social media on their mental health. The possible delimitation of this research could include the type of social media platforms that are focused on. Additionally, this research may only be able to offer insights on a local level, rather than looking at the effects of social media on mental health more broadly.
Hi, I'm Jaisel Jimeno, and I will discuss to you the significance of the study. Social media has a great impact on students' mental health, and this study is expected to be useful to the following. To the students. In this study, it will serve as a guide and help to get a way to change and develop their perspective about social media. The second one is to the teachers. It will help teachers to give their students on how social media can be used in an effective way. There are lots of things that we can do to look after our own mental health. The third one is parents. The importance of this study is to find out what is not good that social media brings to their children's mental health. And the last one is to the researchers. As a student doing research, studying this topic helps to know the effects of social media in mental health to young people like us who are studying. And that's all. The definition of terms will be discussed by Mark Salyao.
Here are the definition of terms of our study. First, anxiety. It's our body natural response to stress. A feeling of fear or apprehension about what to come. The second is depression. It's a mood disorder that causes a persistent feelings of sadness and loss of interest and can interfere with your daily function. Virtual is such innocence or effect to not formally recognize or admit of relating to or being a hypothetical particle whose existence is inferred from indirect evidence. 10. The state of being free from illness or injury. Social media, websites and applications that enable use to create and share content or to participate in social networks. Impact have a strong effect on someone or something and health. Condition means a physical or mental illness, injury, impairment, or condition. Inadequate. Lacking the quality or quantity required. Insufficient for a purpose unable to deal with situations or with life.
Thank you, Mr. Salya, for giving us the information about the definition of terms. And now, let's proceed to our chapter 2, the theoretical framework. But before that, I will introduce myself. I am Marian P. Ruiz, the researcher that will give you the information about the theoretical framework. The theoretical framework. The discussion of the theoretical perspective is divided into two theories, the social theories and the individual theories. The individual theories seek to account for how social media affects people due to individual behaviors and personality traits, ignoring social media's effect on the person's social relationship. The second set of theories can be classified as social theories or theories that look at how social media use affects people as their larger environment. These two theoretical perspectives are not mutually exclusive. It is like that a combination of these theories impact the relationship between mental health and social media use in young adults. The next is the individual theory, the first set of theories that the researcher will explore and classify as individual theories. These theories seek to account for how social media affects people due to their individual personality traits and behavior. I will discuss the displaced behavior theory, which purpose that these sedimentary behaviors offset face-to-face interactions and physical activity. The displacement behavior theory. One idea that may explain how the sedentary behaviors encouraged by social media affects mental health is that displacement. People who spend more time in social media have less time for face-to-face social interaction and physical activities, both of these which have been proven to be protective against mental disorders. Martisan 2008, Tation et al. 2008. According to displacement theory, it is the social media use and it for itself. It has deleterious effects on mental health, but rather than the absence of other activities. This is the social theory. The social theory armed with an understanding of the individual theories that contributes to an understanding of the connection between social media use and mental health. These social theories look at how social media use affects people as they relate to each other and their larger environment. From the perspective of social media theories, social media use affects social media health by influencing how people view, maintain, and interact with their social media network. This discussion of social media theories illuminates how social media use affects mental health by first exploring how social media relationships affects mental health in a broad sense. How do social media relationship affects mental health? Anderson and Martes 2010. Note that throughout history, captors the use of social media isolation to torture prisoners of wars. To drastic effects, social media isolation of the otherwise healthy, well-functioning individual results in psychological and physical disintegration, and even death. Adults who are more socially connected are healthier and live longer than their more isolated peers. Anderson and Martes 2010. And next to the theoretical framework is related literature, which will be discussed by Ana Martinez.
I am Anna Martinez and I will discuss the review of the related literature, and this chapter presents the literature and important studies related to current research. Our topic again is about exploring the perception and experience of students in MNHS Kamaya campus on the effect of social media on mental health. This social component of web use correlation between self-disclosure of stressful life events on Facebook, life satisfaction, and depression. According to the researchers Over and Birdman 2015, the definition of social media is the social component of web use where users have access to an array of user-centric spaces they could populate with user-generated content, along with a correspondingly diverse set of opportunities for linking these spaces together to form virtual networks. Facebook usage is attributed with improved self-esteem and improves mental health because of the perceived support system this is developed through social capital relationship. Johnston 2013. The studies use survey to collect their data. The largest difference between the two studies is the focus to their research. Sang 2017 sought to find the correlation between disclosure, self-disclosure, and stressful life events on Facebook, life satisfaction, and depression. Johnston 2013 placed emphasis on the correlation of Facebook use, maintenance of social relationship. Overall, the articles provided evidence that social media can potentially improve or be beneficial on mental health. One critic of Johnston 2013 is it mentioned a use of gratification theory in the literature review, stating how an individual purpose of interaction determines the outcome of the conversation. However, the theory was not tied to the study's findings the social media having positive impact on mental health, and the review-related studies will discussed by Ms. Adreline Carjal.
Good day everyone. So today I will discuss about related studies. There is might be related how much social media teens use. A year of 2019 study of more than 13 to 16 years old in England found that using social media more than 3 times a day predicted poor mental health and well-being in teens. Other studies also have observed links between high levels of social media use and depression or anxiety symptoms. A year of 2016 study of more than 450 teens found that greater social media use, nighttime social media use, and emotional investment in social media, such as feeling upset, worse sleep quality from logging on, were each linked with worse sleep quality and higher levels of anxiety and depression. How teens use social media also might determine its impact. A year 2015 study found that social comparison and feedback seeking by teens using social media
and cell phones was linked with depressive symptoms. Numerous studies identify connection between social media use and negative outcomes such as increased depression, anxiety, compulsive behavior, loneliness, and narcissism. The, the burgeoning using of social media by young adults raises concerns about these possible negative effects of its use. If social media use can be linked to negative outcome, researchers need to devote more attention to understanding factors associated with negative mental health outcomes and how to associate these outcomes. A research study found that 45% of British adults indicated they feel worried or uncomfortable when they cannot access their email or social media sites. Found that younger generation, particularly the I generation and next generations, are checking in every often, defined as every hour, every 15 minutes, or all the time with their message and social networks. The next and related studies will be conceptual framework, which will be discussed by J.R. De La Cruz.
Good day everyone, I'm Jerry De La Cruz and I'm discuss conceptual framework. A conceptual framework is a representation you expect to see between your variable or the characteristic of properties that you want to study. The input. The profile of the respondents are follows: 15 to 30 years old. Girl and boy. Students from MNHS Kamaya Campus, School Grade 11 and Grade 12 of ABM Strand. What students gain from using social media. The process. Conducting the interview and creating questions for the interview. And the last, analysis and validation. Output. Perception and experience of students on the effects and social media on their mental health. And the next is Chapter 3, the Research Methodology, Research Design, which will be discussed by Carla Kabling.
Chapter 3, Research Methodology. This chapter describes the research method, procedures, techniques, and source of data that help the researcher for further data gatherings. It includes the research design, respondents of the study, research instrument and data gatherings procedures. Research design. The research design is a pattern or an outline of a research project working. It is the statement of only the essential elements studied, those that provides the basic guidelines for the details of the project. It is an arrangement of conditions for collecting and analysis of data. Research design stands for advanced planning of the methods to be adopted for collecting the relevant data and the techniques to be used in their analysis, keeping in view of the objectives of the research. In this study, the researcher used a descriptive analysis because it described the outcome of the study through a questionnaire. In order to carry out this research, the researcher first created a questionnaire which will be answered by the student of MNHS Kamaya Campus, which is the ABM strand that becomes the scope of this study. After collecting the questionnaires, it was corrected and analyzed patiently by the researcher. Through the table, a descriptive study is carefully designed to ensure complete description of the situation to reduce in interpreting the data collected. Continuation by Carl Andrew Obispo.
The respondent of the study. Respondents are those persons who have been invited to participate in a particular study and have actually taken part in the study. This requirement applies to both qualitative and quantitative studies. Research instrument. The term research instrument refers to any tool that you may use to collect or obtain data, measure data, and analyze data that is relevant to subject of your research.
The data gathering procedure for exploring the effects of social media on mental health, perception, and experiences among students will involve the following steps. So the first step is the participant recruitment. The request that students participate in the study and recruitment announcement will be sent via email and social media platforms. Interested students will be required to fill an online form for the registration. So the second one is the data collection instrument. An open-ended and closed-ended questionnaire will be employed to gather data from participants. The questionnaire will be tested before distribution to gather information regarding social media influence on mental health perception and experiences. So the third one is the data collection. Google Forms will be used to carry out an online survey in which participants will be asked to fill out the questionnaire within a specific time frame. So the fourth one is the data analysis. The data gathered will be coded and examined using thematic analysis to identify the various themes associated with social media and mental health. So the fifth one is the ethical consideration. Participants will be informed of their rights to opt out of the study and anytime without repercussion, and their privacy and anonymity will be protected. Both the research institutions and the Data Protections Act will be complying with ethical standards. So the sixth one is the data dissemination. The study result will be accessible via report, documentation, and presentation. And that's all. Thank you.